This cliff that you keep talking about Tom Brady is on, I don't know what you're talking about because I don't see it. And by the way, your 18 months are up. You made it in July of 2016.
Right. No,
it is now
end of July.
January
That's
of 2018.
End of July. End of
I'm
July.
sorry, we listened.
August,
we listened.
September,
I'm sorry,
October,
man. You can't
November,
take it, can you?
December,
You can't
January,
take it.
6 months.
You can't take it, can you?
Well, you can't make things
talk
up.
for 10 minutes. We didn't say anything. We're not making anything up. You said 18 months.
You can't
it's up.
add.
You said it in July.
Hold on. You can't add.
It's,
August, September, October, November, December. Now it's January. It's not the end of January yet. That's 18.
So in other words, we're going to see even though Tom Brady is an MVP candidate. So if Tom Brady, for some example, had a bad day a week from Sunday, the cliff has arrived. That's in the world of Max. Okay, no problem.
Let
me get to my bigger point.
Weeks, 5 in a row.
I don't think so. There's been plenty of times that we've seen Tom Brady. Tom Brady wasn't ordinary when it came to close against Pittsburgh. Tom Brady does not have Julian Edelman. One game, Rob Gronkowski was out. You got Brandon Cooks, who's a new receiver. You've got to adjust to that. I don't see a Tom Brady falling off a cliff. That's all I'm trying to say. I don't see what you see, but that's neither here nor there. Let me tell you what's going on here. You got Robert Kraft as an owner who usually does not interfere. But you're damn right he's going to have something to say if you're talking about getting rid of Tom Brady. If you're Bill Belichick, of course, from a rationale perspective, non-emotional perspective, you're going to look to the future because, again, you are looking at Brady being 40 years of age. You might be right about that. You are right about that. But here's the flip side. If I'm Kraft, if I'm Brady, regardless of my age, I see what I'm doing. I know what I'm capable of doing. Do I think I could do it 4 or 5 years? Yes. But if Kraft, let's say, for example, he thought that Brady had 2 years left or 3 years max, do you sit up there and shove Brady aside for a guy in Garoppolo who's had about 3 career starts for you? That's the question. And so as a result, if you're an owner, you're like, this dude is a 5-time champion for me who's having an MVP caliber season, and I'm going to just shove him aside because I want to keep this dude because he's the heir apparent and he looked good in a few starts. I'm not doing something like that. Bill Belichick might disagree with it. It might cause some friction or whatever. But to me, this story is very, very paramount. If Garoppolo is still here, if he's here and sitting on the sidelines and waiting in the wings while all of this is transpiring, that's different. The problem is Garoppolo is gone. So because Garoppolo is gone, all of this noise about Brady and Bill Belichick in terms of the Garoppolo factor or the TB12 factor, no, I'm not buying it. I'm going to tell you what I believe this is all about, where this all started, where it was instigated. This is the same Tom Brady that has taken pay cuts, that has restructured his deal, that has positioned the Patriots to do other things. Now, obviously, it's because of the love and affection that he has for Mr. Kraft. There is no doubt about that. But it's also because of the respect that he has for the Patriots franchise and what Belichick brings to the table collectively, because he's universally recognized as the greatest coach in football today, Max. Where it gets a bit complicated is Deflategate. Because what we don't bring up enough was Belichick's initial reaction to the deflated footballs. His instant reaction was essentially to throw Tom Brady under the bus. Ask the quarterback, ask Tom Brady about that. What the hell do I know about deflated footballs? A couple of days later, he came back and gave some press conference from a scientific perspective about the pressure of deflated footballs and all of this stuff. But his initial reaction left Tom Brady hanging. And I don't believe that Tom Brady ever forgot about that, because this article alludes to when things change. It alludes to, well, you know what, Tom is not the same that he used to be. He's a self-proclaimed loner. Football and family and loved ones, and that's about it. That's all he had time for. Now he's thinking about life beyond the Patriots and extending his brand and doing other things. Please, he's Tom Brady. He's a 5-time Super Bowl champion, league MVP, arguably the greatest ever. His brand is going to be just fine once his football career is over, especially when you got a supermodel like Giselle for a wife. He's going to be just fine. That cannot be it. Hold on. That can't be it. It has to be the Deflategate situation and when he was left hanging by Bill Belichick and left to fight on his own. I think this is residue from that. I think that instigated whatever potential demise everyone's alluding to, but I don't believe it's going to be a problem in the end because Garoppolo is gone. They'll be just fine.